Having scoured the internet for instructions on how to fit the Oxford HotGrips to an Interceptor 650 and singly failed to find anyone demonstrating it, I thought I would have a go myself at putting them on and letting people know how I did it. So, first thing, get the seat off, and later I'll have to unscrew the tank. The easy bits are getting the old handlebar grips off. That was easy, just score them with a knife straight down, it pulls straight out. So that one was pulled on very easily. The second one, however, is slightly more complicated. As you can see, there are these little knobbles running through which prevent you from slipping the Oxford grip on, but actually with just a little carpenter's knife they come away very easily. So I've stripped away all the knobbles. It's fairly smooth. It doesn't look terribly pretty, but that won't really matter because the Oxford hot grip goes on, and as you can see, once you've taken those grooves off, it slips in with a minimal of force. I'll say that, but needs a bit of a squeeze. There we go. Slightly shorter than I would want, but I'm sure these can be moved across, and it's quite free. Make sure the brake lever is free. It is. There's a lot more space on that side compared to the gear lever. It's going to be pulled all the way in. You've got to make sure that's sufficiently far down so it doesn't interfere. So that's probably about right there. Make sure it evens up on the other side as well, so they look fairly even. So I've gone for the end piece to be parallel with the cables coming out for the clutch. So hopefully that looks right. The secret is now going to be to glue them on without spilling the glue everywhere. So everything's properly covered, and we'll see how that goes. So having tried various positions for the control panel, I've opted for this one here on the left side. This probably just fits in. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. Try it out for a couple of weeks. We can always move it again. But that seems to be the best position that I've managed to secure so far. So I've settled for the wires to feed through the left-hand side and follow the leads all the way through. I've lifted up the tank so I can feed it through all the way under the various bars and into the battery terminal. It's all fairly straightforward thus far. Just follow the instructions. So connecting the loom to the battery is fairly straightforward. Just lift that up, connect in. Obviously you have to take the tool case away. This one, there's only a few bolts hanging that up. And then on the other side it's a very simple process of undoing the nut there and then pulling this off and connecting the negative terminal. And then we'll have a go at positioning the wire loom underneath the petrol tank. So I guess the moment of truth, does it actually work? Lights are all coming on. And yep, there's definitely heat coming out of those grips. Certainly on the left and on the right. Oh, it's quite warm already, that's fairly quick. I'm going to switch that off because I don't want to drain the battery and the glue is still drying. So that all is connected up. Now I just need to work out where to put the wires. So the wiring loom seems to fit comfortably on that side. I'm going to use the plastic ties that they supplied to secure it to the frame. and probably a little bit under there as well. I haven't had to remove the tank, just loosen it. There's plenty of wriggle room to move the wires in and out. And I'll just check for the movement, make sure that that's all working fine, and then we're done. So in summary, if you're a complete novice like me, then this is extremely doable. I was a little bit hesitant, watched a few YouTube videos just to see what was the basics, but actually it's dead easy, really. You don't really need any specific knowledge on motorbike mechanics. I certainly don't have any. Most I tend to do is lube the chain and clean and polish, and not much else really, apart from putting on a few accessories. So yeah, a couple of things to look out for. Definitely worth pinching that in with one of the plastic grips, and nothing else really that was any problem at all. Could do with the Oxford grips being perhaps slightly wider, and they often talk about having to cut bits off, but certainly on the Interceptor 650 you don't need to be doing any cutting or trimming. If anything, you could do with it being slightly wider, but it doesn't look too bad. And certainly there's nothing much on this side either, so I'm still not entirely convinced about the position of this and where it's fitted. If anyone's got any better ideas, they will be gratefully received, because it's a quick fix to take them off and reposition them. So please, any comments below. I hope you found that helpful and useful. And I'm not sure I'll be doing many more of these, but if you do a like. Thank you. So finally, I can confirm that these Oxford HotGrips are excellent. Got various settings. I started off at 100%, that was very hot, in fact probably too hot, and went down the settings, and yep, do what they say. Excellent piece of kit, highly recommended, and certainly for the Interceptor 650.